Sorry about all that. That was just garbage, wasn't it? It needed a kick in the pants. Streamlabs being a pain in the butt. In the butt, in the butt. A little too much channeling Tiny Tina there. Anyway, let's try again. Huzzah! Success! So, yeah, fun. Taking for a moment there, why everything was taking a moment. Just had to sort of drop. Sorry about that for anyone who was planning on this. But we are back. Get rid of that, get rid of this. We don't need those. And bring out the carbuncle. Okay. Goodies that I've spotted already. So, what they added in is portraits. Ta-da! So, we can display portrait plates now. What's this for? This goes to your adventurer plate, which looks like it's a... Oh, yes. Right? Basically, right-clicking their name, currently not visible, make it this by changing settings, blah, blah, blah. Right? I will have to go and set that up, and basically it's just going to give a... visible to everyone, your friends can see it, nobody can see it. Mess with the plates, all the rest of it. So that'll be a thing to do. Off screen, because that's going to be, click out the window. Very boring piece of junk. It really will. Now, we need to get to Mordona, because that's where this place is going. Yeah, it is. Reverend's Toll. Problem is Reverend's Toll is really all on its own. Like right here. You have to come like up here and out that way. Because Corinthians was basically the 35 area. The Reverend's Toll was sort of like the end area where you'd go from like 40 to 50 would be in here. Right? So Corinthians was like 35 to 40, 45, and then it was off to Mordona to basically round out your 50. So there's no other way to get here. It's completely a land thing. There's no airship there. Get on it. There's no like chocobo cart from any of the major cities to the Mordona region. It's sort of that adventurer town on the edge of, well, civilized world, so to speak. Well, I can almost guarantee you where this is going to be. Every other major storyline started right here in the Rising Stones, so of course it will be here. Itadaru. Haru. I'd love a cup of tea, actually. I just finished off a cup of coffee myself, but... I wonder how much of this is going to be voiced. If it's voiced, I'll shut the hell up. We got jelly cookies, and muffins, and chocolate cookies. It's got to feel quite lonely now that everyone's
It's
gone.
so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
A grand new adventure, of course.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats.
I'd prefer not to imagine them again.
For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
Yeah, you're right. Kind of what the plan was, though.
Oh, that's the spirit. I can feel from here the blazing fire that just lit in your belly. Now, all you need is a destination. If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me.
Well, those aisles I haven't been.
Savner, that's where you should go next. I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
What were you up to, Selk?
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress.
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
Make sure it has plenty of pockets.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
Actually, I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of that chocolate donut that's in the basket.
I'm one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims. Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
Been there, done that. I've got 6 retainers full of crud that need to basically be cleaned out. And yeah, some of it all the way back to a realm reborn.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
I think a good nap's in order anyway. Oh? What Voidborn is this?
Unless I am returned.
Come on, guys. At least give us a little bit of a, give us at least 1.5 expansions before you throw us at the save the world again. Let's see. Damn it, I didn't get the donut. Got half a cookie.
Ah, you're awake.
Why do I feel like I should be in a wagon somewhere? Need more comfortable seats.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing.
Fine.
You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga?
Honest.
Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall.
I'd
If
just
you'll
be
accompany
happy with
me
the...
to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
I'd be happy just for some plain adventure. No world saving, just adventure. We know that's not going to be the way it goes. Still. I know. Shut up. You're trying to let her talk. I will continue to interject my commentary as I go, because that's what I do. Or else all you'd do is just pull it up on YouTube. Someone would put it up without commentary over the top. No need to sprint. Nobody's on a timer yet. Oh. Most of you have all come along, have we? No tapping this time. Only need a moment. Okay, the tights, no. The boots, no. It's good. Stylish yet practical garments. Taru's Boutique. All level 1, Wayfell Talbert, this, that, the other, ear cuff, and necklace. The outfit's nice, but pretty much true. The game's been running for unending codex. What the Bududas is this? Okay. They're going to backfill in some straightforward data. Oh. What's Razehan? 400. It's only 154 for 2 extra teleports. So we'll just go from here. We have to remember how time flows in this game. I wouldn't doubt that we've only been like maybe a week or 2 weeks after saving the end of the world. A month tops type thing. Because I'm pretty sure if I had a month of exploration stuff, and I wasn't interested in mastering all my other classes, which I assume it would take decades of work to do. Gee, I wonder where we need to look. Oh, the poor serving girls being swarmed. Fine. Just do that to you. Gotta make a living too. Alright. Yeah, we have a serious cutscene series. Cutscenes. Comfy seats. Holy Sco, my dude. But I know what. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. So a small island in the middle of Bounty. Music I'm hearing is very reminiscent of Capcom's Breath of Fire 3. Very reminiscent of it when you were running around the first town. Oh, I haven't played it in a while. The name's forgotten out of it. Also, Seventh Heaven and in Final Fantasy VII also had the same music, if I remember rightly, too. What manner of this have you faced? It's on your person. I think he's out. Get it from some merchant. What's his name? He's so pissed. Okay, Azuma. He probably came in. And who might you be? Oh, just Sassel. Well, rescue them. Well, guess who's behind me? Guess who's likely to be behind me?
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Hmm.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage.
Uh-oh.
You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
Blah, 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 blah.
This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Yes, this is obviously a setup. Uh-oh. Stinian, don't do it.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the
the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Stinian. You're being a fool. Again. You know you've been had. Again.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure. But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I fleece one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
Oh, you eager to get underway?
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Yep.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant. Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent. Whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
Ah, you softy.
You are coming along, yes?
Of course.
I appreciate the concern, but there's one thing I've learned from my time with the Scions, is how to better manage my coin purse. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
Oh boy. Something tells me we're going to have to get a few more of the Scions back together for this thing. Hi. It's just down the road anyway, so let's hoof it. Yeah, going from there to there. Didn't really make a big old stinklon on it, did it? I know. Most of these, though... Oh, that's just for that. But things like this opens up, and I have to do, like, Pharaoh Serious hard to finish them off. Oh. Somewhere along the line, I forgot to get you. I'll take 79. But how many players are in the area? Come on, Freya. There's an adventure to be had. I don't remember that on the way through. It's entirely possible, though. It was missed. Hmm. Actually, looking for someone you may know that has a boat. Yeah. not bringing them along. I know two who'll in. Well, I'm a DPS, you're a DPS, he's the tank and healer combo. Alright. What about Cryo? He hasn't actually joined us on an adventure at this point. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm gonna go talk with Grahana. Grah? You jump at a ride for going for this. Yep. Oh, I hate people who do this. Graha. Now that's going to be an expensive teleport. Yeah. So we ain't going to do that. Instead, we will go to Lominsa, because that's our 0 point, and then we'll catch a boat to old Charlion. For Grand Company invite for Mount Quest. Arner Lefake. Oh, we'll go through Hawker's Alley. Takes a while for teleport, so we're just going to hike it. Busy as usual, with all the cutesies and all the goodsies. Oh, it's not just we started the quests to save the world proper here. My guild leader. See where we started it all for this. Well, Charlene for 300. think you can miss the mount. Can't target them. Minstrel quests. Oh, we heard you did this quest. Now do it again, but make it on the harder level. You want access to the Savage quests? There you go. That's pretty much what the Minstrel's all about. You tell them the things, and then you get a quest to basically beat it harder, and then you tell them again, and they'll give you the hardest level type thing. So just when you think you're finished farming... Oh. Alright. Ick. I'm looking for Graha. Hold up there for days, huh?
Ah, Urgica, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities.
Ah, boring stuff.
We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
Actually. An adventure, my friend.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition. I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh? He's wanted to go on an adventure.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
This one should be a little more pleasant.
Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Estinian's joining us.
Then might I suggest we invite Stola? Ever since the Scions disbanded, she's spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlian the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
I believe you might be right. Otherworldly treasure.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Indeed.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Uh-oh.
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
Vaults.
From what I can gather, the Loperites are looking to make improvements to their own creation, and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
That sounds a fair deal. Not that I'm going to have other choices.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Oh, certainly.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Man with the staff, man with the book. Oh, see, there's a couple other. Fetch. I think she's kneeling down, looking at the books. Oh no, she's fallen asleep.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Close my eyes for one moment. Ow! How long have you two been here? Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me. As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
You know.
Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past.
Well, how about this guy's feats?
A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me? Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
He's coming.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Oh, we got
Akiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Yep, put the books away. Hot. There is no closer port. Wet feet yet again. There's no flight button here. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to ask the characters what they feel like at the moment? Ah. No. No. Ugh. Heck. Nope. Grawhaw's here. I don't know where he is. Because someone's standing on top of him.
Ah, our illustrious champion. cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
It's good to see you as well.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
I prefer knowledge, but that's it.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperites had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperites now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
They're not wrong.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
You're building...
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
A treasure hunt.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Raha's fist bump. Yeah, we're on. We've got the healer.
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
I'm not putting past the fate thing right now.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Istinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
The old team back together.
All is well, I trust.
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross. Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with this light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seen fit to gather?
Well, the treasure hunt. The vault. An adventure.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Ah, of course. And if you have a Stinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
There's room for one more, you grump.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I?
I think...
In all seriousness, it's best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
We will go back to Limsa Laminsa and we'll take the airship to Razehan. Oh, I don't know why I just decided to tear off like that when I'm going to teleport, but we did it anyway. Warrior of Light, barding. I forget where from whence it came. I think it was a login thing. Oh, who knows? They may have done it. They may not be interested in it. It might be a case of, well, we're spending all day messing with the plate. Probably tomorrow's all day mess with. With teleports costing more than you get handed out, that always worth it to basically save a few coin here and there. Ah, 4,000 being handed for this part. Little background information, some more. Well, at least I know we won't have a case of two seasick Elzen with us. They do not travel well by boat, those two. Or didn't travel well by boat, I don't believe. Oh, we have a duty. Insufficient level item. Need 560. Oh, that's just a rudeness to it. Alright. So, earrings are probably the one holding me back the most. Alright. Well, let's whiz back to Razehan then. Find the market board. Well. Crafting log. Goldsmithing. That's only 530. Ooh, fiddlesticks. Where's the market board? Removal, repair, summoning doll, trader. Oh, not script exchange, sorry. On the other side. Mm-hmm. I said 566, didn't it? But you did. Instead, we gotta quickly get back to a market board. Oh yeah. No, if I was just instead of grinding all that, if I'd just been grinding those tokens, I could have had a full Radiant set. 560. Alright. Well, actually, we're going to take a small pause from here. We just quickly use the pasta room, just because we don't want to wind up having to do a PP in the middle of things. Oh, we'll be right back after these not messages. Alrighty, righty. Like I said, we'd be back quick enough. And yes, we did wash our hands, so back to it all. Oops, click, click, click. Well, this does three things. Number one, everyone knows the fight. Well, 3 out of 4 people know the fight. 2, not fighting with anyone else for loot should it drop. Sinian, stay with the boat. Pointers. Oh, there. Come out.
Allow me.
Make ready! Be gone!
Yeah, it didn't really make sense to incredibly useful thing. As the Loperates are all behind this. I'd be most grumpy with them for it.
Be gone!
Hold still.
Make ready!
It's just a case of not trying to lose this more than being out of whack. So Groot is by far one of the best. No, Groot and Topaz are the best two. For AoE? Oh yeah. Okay. Abu Jam. Alright.
Hold still. Something special for you.
Be gone!
Yeah, okay, that was not expected. Interesting.
Something special for you.
Away with you!
wave. That looked like it was the...
Together.
I will not hold back.
Activate Radiant Aegis. Ew. Okay. Oh, first treasure coffer. What's in here? Quick arm materia. Oh. Salt encrusted teleporter. Okay. Vermine Bearer's identity. Let's hope.
Make ready!
Allow me.
They're too low to... So just straight try disaster to finish. Bracelet of healing. That'll be well put to use. 3 enemies. Now we'll go into Topaz.
Hold still. Allow me. Hold still.
And finish off with Try Disaster. Ah, there was a chest. There it was. Necklace of Slaying. That's for, of course.
Together we shall overcome this.
I hope so.
Together we shall overcome this.
Some sort of identity seal that's going to say incorrect identity or something. No, it's just going to throw straight in. Armored Chariot. Fair enough.
Together we shall overcome this.
Something special for you.
It's going to stand there in the middle, then that's going to have a great wide AoE. Rud. Figured it was going to be something like that.
I will not hold back.
Hold still.
Gonna fire in the corners again. Yep. A little close AoE. Okay, and that's gonna fire a pain in the butt. It's gonna be like right here, isn't it?
Allow me. Allow me.
I will not hold back.
Tank Buster. Nothing to help him there on that one. Okay. Oh, right here.
Hold still. Something special for you. Hold still. Together we shall overcome this.
Your greed will prove your undoing. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, do not misinterpret the data. Dog bar, thigh boots, and scouting. So we've picked up something for the ninja, something for slaying is samurai monk. Maiming is the reaper. Okay. To I'm not doing too badly. That's high enough to call in a Phoenix. materia. Okay, where are your two friends? Not treasure chests to loot. Uh-huh. Turn the moon into an absolute amusement park.
Together we shall overcome this.
Uh-huh.
Allow me.
Pushing the wrong button. Point and single target it. Slow enough. Ooh, another Savage Mite materia. Looming Warden. Riange making comment and note all the way down. Oh, got one more treasure coffer over here. I see. Take the food boost as well. You're up. Pointing this bolt under my position.
Hold still.
Okay. Outer layer. It's got spikes on it.
I will not hold back.
That was more interesting. I'll give that. Raid wide AoE. Spread out. Up. That's not. I'm gonna get moved here. I did not see him coming that way. Figured I was gonna get hit. Okay. No, that happens. It happens. Nothing bad. Why we did eat the food beforehand. Trying to figure out how to control the spinning. Not interested in running back fast because it helps my mana recover. Not that I need a huge amount of mana. I am a summoner. Well, I think the Sultanate will like the fact that he can basically, you know, help his people out. Something fierce with all of this. Fafnir's coffers will definitely run, well, yellow with gold. Alrighty. Let's try this again. Stand there, please. Okay. It's the lesson in how it works, which is left and right arrows turn it left and right, forward arrow forces it in that direction. Enough. Wild weave. Alright. It's the one I didn't understand when he sticks them into the ground. Green. We want yellow. So he does have a group up sort of thing. Oh! No, 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 go. Ah! No. I turned, and then I couldn't stop. I was going right through, right where he was going to fire again. That mechanic's going to be fun to get past.
isn't it?
$575. Okay. So better than my 560, but not better if you were coming in with Radiant stuff. Okay, let's try this again. Technically, the way this plays out with the Echo, you never really are defeated type thing. That's the story piece behind it. Every time you sort of get wiped, it's not you were wiped out, it's just you have a different memory of how it all happened. Sort of like a see the future divination, if you would. I suspect you'd be right on that one.
Hold still.
Firing at green. So, still trying to understand this one. Don't. Okay, throw that instead. Kind of nothing. Garbage. Luck, that's the last time you do that. I'll believe he's going to do his down his ropes, fire off his beam one way. I do not know what the hell I'm spread out.
Something special.
Little splice. Billowing bolts. Wild weave, getting the silk thing again. Out. Warm up. I can get him. Oh, that was just that 1 second mechanic. Yeah. But I was safe after I missed the first one, and he fired off a second one. So the trick is to basically take as much time as you can spinning on sides. I don't think it would have mattered which way you went. Seal has been added to your Lost Tales. Yes, and I picked up a new one too. It's Tuesday after all. Coat of Army. Amy. Well, new stuff for the dancer anyway. That seems ominous.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
I don't think we should cut.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Suppose cutting the ribbons.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
Ah. Sealing away what exactly?
Perhaps I should simply show you.
Void portal.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Well, Yashtola's going to be happy. At least she gets what she's looking for. Further, not anticipated. Yes, I have many more questions, but apparently Graha needs to be... Indeed. Old friends and old foe. No one's gonna say anything. '13th was the Ascians' first attempt at recombining the realms, and they bugged it. Pooch screwed it something chronic.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
Well,
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Mericidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities. In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void.
We've met.
Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus, I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya.
So you opened the portal.
Until I could search no more. Until Allag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razat Khan and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
Been there once.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness. Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. and now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
Very determined Gistola there. I see a fire in those eyes. Yeah. Restore the chaos of that world? Monday. High Crucible, huh? Alright. Oh, that wore off just at the right time. Oh, wait. Wrong Crucible. That's up the road. There is a teleport spot here. No. What do we hike to anyway? Alright. Still has found clues that she's looking for. Little doubt you'll get it. I fight trying to get to them all, but I think I'm not going to succeed, so... No. Everyone's, wasn't me, I didn't know. Oh. It tells where you're responsible for it. Yeah, you might also want to punch up its power level a little. Make it a little more savage. Her head is stuck on that gate. Well, we found you stole his ability to find the way to into another gate. Chronicle New Quest Series, Myth of the Realm. Okay. There's a bunch of little mini quests available at this, doing some Baldur's seeing. Meanwhile, elsewhere. That's probably the 13th. Diablo. Fire, wind, water, earth. Excellent arch or someone. Night black. Okay. I knew it wasn't going to be long before we had to go do the save the world thing. A handful of food. It's a quest. It's a quest. Well, at least we get half an hour more quest anyway. I know. Soon after I beat Doots. Oh boy, where are we going? Yes, we're quite done with the boat. So you need markets. Yes, Razehan needs a market board. That deep purple rock had me slightly worried for a moment. Da, 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 da. They need their trade routes reopened. That's what they need. Excuse me. That is worth a... Mm-hmm. You need... Well, I know of 2 trade consortiums that would love to basically get in here. And the sailors of Limsa and Minsa are in no short order to basically sail this way. Definitely looking for less. With Garlemald smacked up, they definitely need more trading, shipping. Can't steal from Garlemald anymore. Fair enough. Well, you don't have enough ships, sailors, or merchants. Oops. Hate that skip. I mean, Midgar Somer's technically AFK. Tiamat is off somewhere.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant host have retrieved were hoarded in Alzadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Do I get to choose?
Of course, we can draw on trading profits to build a new institution.
Tend to be fairly involved with that orphanage.
Put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Not mine.
A successful merchant. I believe I see thy reasoning. Karazal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavnair, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
This is why trust funds are important to all politicians. They're not just there to be spent because you decide you want a new arena.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. I'm reminded of Ishgard.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. I'll take the gold. Food can't really be consumed. Gold can find other purposes. Oh, everyone's here. Yeah, we got a little bit more. Let's go. Why do I suspect that Dark Knight, Warrior of Darkness, isn't going to be a bad guy, per se? I get the distinct feeling... I had a distinct feeling in my guts that he might be something we have to fight. In the end, he's probably about trying to undo the destruction of his star by the Asians. We may have someone to help fight to return the world back to this. Restore the 13th? I did suggest it was a hell of a quest line to do. That would forever save the worlds.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
Here we go.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Void, stars, everything falling between the two worlds. Flashback.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many void scent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Not summoners, void summoners.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain Exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Oh, maybe he isn't a good guy. Maybe he's just pissed that we kept pulling all these, them across the gaps.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alak's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
No. The danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th, and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
So much for taking it easy.
Since when were you one for the quiet life? Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single Voidsent will be allowed to threaten Radzat Han, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a Voidsent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made Voidsent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Oh, we lost the method, but...
A man-made Voidsent?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlian.
His teens would walk it off.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Let us be on our way as well.
He's a blunt instrument, but he's a softy in heart. What can we say?
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
You just look after your stuff, my dude. We have a butt to kick somewhere. Oh, we're not going to be able to make there in time, but we will. Actually, it's the end of our time. So what we'll do is we'll just head home. Yep. We're too close to time not to basically go, it's that time. Mm-hmm. Well, we've done well so far for 6.1. It looks like our adventure has taken us to the 13th. Source Center 14 Reflections. The first one, the Asians attempted to merge, and, well, like I said, the pooch was screwed royally to such a degree that no pooch has ever been screwed to that point ever again. Thus, really, when you look at it, kind of, I guess they were kind of hoping that Zodiark would break free and recombine it himself. I think that was their overarching hope. But who knows? Heidelin split him when he was in perfect form, one piece missing. Could have basically done him in, so no idea how they're going to plan to get that one back together, especially after honking it so badly. Now that they're both gone, we got to see if we can put it back together. Makes sense with the Reaper class as well. I guess we should have looked forward and probably guessed that one. We didn't. Oh well, so sad. But we'll be back again tomorrow for some more of this. Right, like I said, barring something weird happening, we'll be back on that. So we'll basically be Wednesday, Thursday, back to pushing more of this 6.1, right up until the point where the item level turns around and says, hey, we'll have to see if there's any loot on the auction house on the market board for, high enough stuff for us. A few bits of jewelry. See what we got. Oh, we got a few dozen gil to spend. We spend lightly and sell lots of stuff, so we should be able to do it that way. But our time has come. We are time to go. So, if you like what you come, it's more 6.1 main story quest. Follow tomorrow, Wednesday, at the same time, every time. That's 7:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 on the Eastern Seaboard. Come join along. Give us a follow if you want to get a notification when we go live. Till then, I've been Thalen Darkfire, and I'm out. Laters.